going on, guys? My name's DoomFatZeus, and today I am bringing you a gameplay commentary over on the We Are Doom Clan channel. The gameplay you're watching in the background is actually pretty insane. It's a P226, which is a handgun, free-for-all KEM on Prison Break. Now, there's a pretty weird combination of things right there in the title. So yes, it is a handgun. He's using the P226 with the attachment muzzle brake. It is on the map Prison Break, which is a pretty big map. It's definitely not a map I'd recommend you run a handgun on, but clearly the player you're watching, which is a new player, his name is Doom Eclipse, clearly he knows something that I don't. So if you like free-for-all chems and you like weird chems with different guns, this guy's definitely your guy. You're going to want to go check out his link, which is definitely down in the description. Now, on to the rest of the gameplay. Like I said, he's playing free-for-all, so his basic perk setup includes the good perks for free-for-all, which I think, in my opinion, which are Dead Silence and Amplify. Those are key perks, and I really recommend, if you want to use this class, I recommend you don't take those perks out for something else. I think those two perks, which I think altogether take up 4 perk slots, I definitely recommend you keep those in there, because when you're playing free-for-all, it's all about sandwhoring, especially when you're using specialists and you don't have UAVs. However, there's a perk you can use to change that, but we're going to continue on with him using Dead Silence and Amplify. Now, the other perks he's running are Focus, which I could see being taken out for a perk like 2 attachments on a secondary, because like I said before, he's only really running 1 attachment, which is muzzle brake. I would definitely take off Focus and maybe put 2 attachments on, include something like extended mags. Well, that's really the only other option. You don't want to put like an ACOG scope or something silly like that on it. So I would recommend you maybe take off Focus, because you're not going to be getting into too many long-range battles, which is really where Focus is a key perk, because a long-range this gun is going to be about 5 to 6 bullets to kill. Close range is about 2, which is where most of your gunfights are going to get into. And if they shoot first and you have a handgun, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to lose the gunfight, just because it's not the strongest gun in the game. Then the other perk he's running, which is a Stalker, which again is a perk that could be switched out. It's all about personal preference. I don't really feel like a Stalker on a handgun is really a necessary perk. You could probably take it off for something like Scavenger. That might be more a beneficial perk. Considering you're using a handgun, it doesn't start off with a lot of ammo. However, you could fix that if you were running extended mags. It is going to start off with enough, so maybe you could put it into your specialist unlocks. So the perks going into his specialist bonus are the perks Off the Grid, Sleight of Hand, and Hardline. Now, Off the Grid, it's definitely a key perk that you want to use in free-for-all, but can also be switched out for the perk Wiretap. I think, in my opinion, they have the kind of the same effect in free-for-all. The Off the Grid is going to keep you off the grid from enemy UAVs, obviously. It's a perk's called Off the Grid. However, you could probably switch it out for a perk like Wiretap, which, in case you didn't know, allows you to use enemy UAVs that they put down, so you guys would kind of be on the same level, except you'd also have the UAV, so you can see other people on the map as compared to their UAV, which is only they can see. So Wiretap could definitely be switched out. They're worth the same amount of points, I believe. If not, then it's 1 less. I think Off the Grid is 4 and Wiretap is 3. Next perk, Sleight of Hand, kind of a key perk. You definitely want to have that somewhere in your specialist loadout. You always want to be able to reload faster when you're in gunfights. Maybe free-for-all, you're not going to come into contact with as many people, but you definitely want to have the advantage over other people. Now, Hardline is a perk that I've been toying with a little bit too. I actually used to run a setup similar to his, where I'd put Hardline going into my specialist bonus, so it's only 1 kill. But what I found to be more beneficial now is to take out that Hardline perk, so there's only 2 perks in your specialist unlocks. And that means you get your specialist bonus actually at 8 kills, and even 7 if you were to put your Hardline in your original perk loadout. So I find that to be really helpful, because you're using Hardline really for the same effect. You're not really using it to get the 2 assist count as kills, because obviously he's playing free-for-all, so that doesn't really exist. There's no assist in free-for-all. And the 1 extra kill for the KEM, yeah, I mean, I guess that can make it or break it. I mean, I guess I'd probably die a lot more off of my chems if it was 25 instead of 24, but I feel like getting your specialist bonus and getting a perk like Deadeye is definitely helpful around a 7 or 8, but at the same time, waiting till you're on an 11 or 12 streak, Deadeye actually becomes even more beneficial, because its true effect really works when you're on the higher up streaks. It's a random stopping power, I guess is the best way to describe it. However, it works best when you're on a higher streak. There's more % chance of it actually working. So I'm pretty sure that's also in his specialist bonus. I'm not really sure. So yeah, and like I said before, this isn't the fastest chem in the game. Obviously, this isn't the world's fastest FFA chem, which we did actually upload yesterday. So that's definitely going to be down in the description. 2 FFA gameplays in a row. So yeah, it's not the fastest gameplay, but again, he's using a pistol, and it's on Prison Break, which I believe to be a pretty big map, actually. It's, one of those big jungle maps. Definitely not my personal favorite, but I've seen some pretty insane gameplays on it, like you've seen Doom Zoom's triple KEM on the map. Here he gets the KEM right here, and in the gameplay, you can tell he's probably pretty excited, and they call it a ground jammer trying to stop that, and ground jammer does not stop the KEM. So I remember seeing on Twitter, he was pretty pumped when he got this KEM, so definitely go show him some support and subscribe. And I'm out. Remember to subscribe and like the video. 2,000 likes equals another video. Peace.